Welcome back to What's Up Then podcast. This is a continuation of episode two, episode 2.5. Let's call it episode 2.5 of What's Up Then podcast. If you missed the beginning of episode two, please go back and watch it. And like we always say, I don't like to do it, but we got to do it. Like, comment, subscribe. Description. We do have our Instagram. We do have our email. So look in the description. If you have any questions, leave a comment for us. We do need the subscribers. Hit that little bell for the subscribers. Go to our Instagram for more content. We're going to post some clips. We're going to put some polls up there for you guys to vote on. So please go follow us on Instagram and go vote on those things when we post them. But we got the bros back. We're gonna finish our episode two of our office draft. This is gonna be a little bit lengthy, so that's kind of why we cut it into this is 2.5, episode 2.5. But if you missed the last episode, we it was a bussin episode, so please go back and watch it.
Where do you
But
come up
we
with that
brought
word?
in it's a common word. It is a common word right now. Bussin means good. Bussin means good.
Bussin'.
You use it. You use it for food. You use it for food. You say,
Yeah,
"Is your food
I'm
bust?"
bussing food. I'm cleaning up.
No, good. It doesn't.
Yeah,
It
I
means
was.
good.
All right.
It means
All right,
good.
let's go.
That's the
And
old-
anyways, so if you missed the last episode, we brought in our sister-in-law to determine our draft order. We're doing The Office, one of our favorite TV shows. All four of us, like I said last episode, I don't think any of us watched The Office live as the episodes are going, but we've all watched it at least one time through. Uh, I think I don't know if I've watched it twice all the way through, but the other ones I've watched it two or three times. You can tell by the trivia. We brought our sister-in-law in to do trivia for us to determine our draft order of episodes. So we're gonna we took the whole series. We're gonna draft those episodes. Tucker did get first in the episodes. He got nine right, if I'm correct. He got nine questions out of 13 right.
Yep,
So
that's correct.
Tucker got the first pick. Keaton, I think he had eight or seven. Keaton got
Seven.
sec. Keaton got second, so seven. Spencer got six questions right, so he got third. And I won't say my number out loud, but I got fourth. I did not.
That's wild.
I did not get a lot of questions right. I thought it was the lowest number of questions correct. Got number one. We'll go with that. But so that is the draft order. So, like I said, we have all the episodes. We got into it a little bit, so do go back and watch the end of the first episode of the year. We did get into it trying to explain it, but we're going. Tucker always gets the first overall pick, so we're going Tucker, Keaton, Spencer, myself every time. We're not doing like a snake where I get the first. I go back to back each round, but no. So Tucker, and for each episode, we are gonna do like a little description or maybe just like a funny quote we thought in each episode, why we picked that episode, or but we do encourage you to go watch The Office. It is a funny show, a lot of comedy and things like that. So we will put each episode, each season of our things, and then we'll post it on Instagram and. Maybe we'll talk about it, but whoever wins the pool, whoever has the best episode, maybe they're first in the next draft, and we'll go down from there. But please go vote on the poll. But we'll kick it off. We'll throw it over to Tucker. Enough explaining here. We'll throw it over to Tucker, and he's gonna tell us. This is an official draft, Tucker. So we gotta have it all. So
All right, my first Office episode I'm going with is Stress Relief, season 5, episode 14 and 15. The reason why I'm picking that episode is because the beginning of the episode, beginning of the first part, Dwight starts the fire in the episode, and then Stanley has a heart attack. And then the second part's about they bring in the, I guess, therapy, or I don't know what she's called, but you guys have an idea what
the
CPR person?
CPR doll.
Yeah.
CPR doll.
Yeah, they bring her in and they do the whole training with him, and I love Kevin's lines and Dwight cutting off the mannequin's mask and all that. So that's why I'm putting it at number 1 overall.
Yes, that is. That's probably
It's one of the best.
yeah. It's one of the best. I like Dwight's like, oh, is he an organ donor? And then they're like, yeah, he's an organ donor, and cuts him off, and
Cuts
then
him
the
open.
funny face. I don't know how to make that noise. I don't even know. But yeah. So
Hannibal Lecter.
yeah.
That CPR episode's maybe one of the best in the entire show.
Yeah.
Potentially, that scene is excellent.
That scene, yeah.
Yeah,
And,
right.
and we'll have to. I said this before. We might have to do rank Jim's best pranks on Dwight. That could be a draft or a rank.
Maybe later.
Because that the prank on that show in that episode is pretty funny because he switches Dwight's cell phone to his Bluetooth and it's a funny one. So throwing it over to the second overall pick, Keaton.
Okay, so the second overall pick, I'm going to pick Threat Level Midnight.
Ooh.
Season 7, episode 17. This was an iconic episode. Easily the best part of this episode was the dance they do in the bar, Michael's dance, where you
Scarn.
step the Scarn, the Scarn dance, where you step to the right and shake their hands, and then you step to the left and you shake their hands. That's easily the best part of that episode. But as a whole, that episode is just my favorite overall. Makes me laugh every time.
That was one I have no recollection of, and I did not watch it the last 2 days. So
Oh my! You don't
So
remember
no-
that episode?
So no comment on this end. No comment.
He goes and fights Golden Face.
Fights Golden Face.
It's
It's just a good
no.
episode.
No comment. So let's. Any more comments? Throwing it over to the third overall pick, Spencer.
All right. I am picking my number 1 overall episode. Has fallen to me in the draft. A lot of value here. I am picking Fun Run, season 4, 2-parter, episodes 1 and 2. In this episode, Michael hits Meredith with his car, learns of the dangers of the rabies pandemic, and out of this, in true Michael fashion, decides that it was actually a good thing he hit Meredith. He creates a race for the cure for rabies and forces the employees of Dunder Mifflin to participate in a 5K. And they race throughout Scranton in this episode. Always a great episode. Always funny. When anytime you're about to go out for a workout, there are quotable moments from this episode.
I agree.
Yes.
I agree. There's when he's eating the spaghetti. It's funny.
Fettuccine Alfredo.
Yeah.
Got a carb load before you're on.
Okay.
Kicking it over to Kyle for the 4th overall pick.
All right. So this one, I am surprised it has fell this far. I need to get your guys' feedback on how this one has not gotten picked yet. But season number 4, episode 13.
Big pick.
You guys know the episode probably.
Yeah.
The dinner party. The dinner party. I do not know how that. I'll have to get your guys' thoughts about that. Don't know how it fell this far, but the dinner party is good. Jan and Michael are going through. They're about to break up. They're having dinner. Takes a while. Jim and Pam don't even want to be there really. The one scene at the table, Michael goes and gets his sign that he wants to put up, and Jan doesn't allow it, and things just brightens up the whole thing. And they go into the living room also, and he shows the plasma TV and the snip too. The talking about
Snip.
yeah,
The vasectomy.
yeah, Yeah, so but I want to hear you guys' thoughts. I thought that would be first. I thought that would be going off the board quick.
Yeah,
So
I mean, I don't know.
I
I don't
I
really.
think it's overrated.
Yeah, a little bit.
oh,
A little
oh,
bit.
Everyone
This
considers that to be their favorite Office episode. I just don't. I don't think it's
Yeah.
up there.
so I could get the votes right there. I could get the
Go
votes.
go
I think-
rewatch Stress Relief and then go rewatch Dinner Party. See which one you like.
Stress. I would have probably if Stress Relief was there, I'd probably pick Stress Relief because that one's funny.
listen, I do agree with you, Kyle. I think you got a value pick there at number 4. That is one of the episodes that most people consider their number 1 overall. I can almost guarantee it's in the top 5 for almost everyone. So good value there at number 4.
You gotta think about the people there, folks. So, starting round number 2, throwing it back to Tucker. Round 2, pick 1. Let's hear it.
All right, for my second pick, I'm picking the episode Goodbye Michael. Season 7 episode. I have episode 21. But I'm picking that episode because one of my favorite scenes in The Office is when Jim and Michael are saying goodbye in Michael's office, and this it's a little tearjerker.
Yeah.
The way just their characters, all the them building their characters through all those seasons, and then them finally saying goodbye. It's just really good scene. And then at the very end when Pam meets him in the airport, it's also a very good scene.
Is that's the
Very
same
good
episode?
episode.
That was a great a great scene too.
Yep,
Mm.
and throughout the
Mhm.
whole episode, he's going one by one to everybody, just saying goodbye, and he plays paintball with Dwight. Just a lot of good
Mhm.
scenes in that episode.
Gonna make me cry right now.
It's a good episode.
I will say, Tucker, I had that one written down. Tearjerker every single time. That scene with Jim, just showing how much he loved Michael. That one is a tearjerker for sure. It's a good choice. Going for the heart on that choice there at pick number 5.
Yes. Yeah, for sure.
It's a good pick.
All right. Round number 2, pick 2. Keaton.
Okay. My second pick in the second round, I will get. Let me think here. I want to pick Safety Training,
Oh.
season 3, episode 20. This episode is a good one. This is the episode where Michael and the other office workers go down to the warehouse and they do safety training for the office workers. Basically, the warehouse people yell at the office workers to not do anything down the warehouse. Michael doesn't take lightly to that, and he has his own safety training about depression. And he threatens to jump off the roof onto a trampoline and basically almost kill himself.
Yeah.
It's very good.
The quote that I had for that episode was when Daryl's explaining why they have to have safety training more than once a year. And he's like, there's a box on the top shelf, and I'm on the ladder, and an upstairs worker kicks the ladder out of underneath me, and it turns to Michael, and he said, "How's it hanging, Daryl?
How's it hanging?"
So, yes.
Another good quote
Yes.
is Baylor, I barely know her.
Baylor,
Yeah.
barely know her.
Very good episode.
Yes, it's a good episode.
So, pick round number 2, pick number 3, Spitzer.
All right. This was going to be my number 3 overall choice on my list. Again, for me, coming in with a ton of value. This is season 1, episode number 2, Diversity Day. Diversity Day episode. In this episode, Michael's behavior leads to a racial tolerance and diversity consultant coming into Dunder Mifflin office. When it's not up to Michael's standard, as we all know, he has good conference room trainings. When it's not up to Michael's standards, he creates his own training. And there is the scene where they all have index cards with different races and ethnicities. Some of them just being Black, Asian, woman, I think, is one of them on there. An excellent episode with many quotable things, and an episode that probably would not be able to be aired today. If you tried to put that on television today,
No way.
would be banned.
Yeah.
Yes.
A lot of these episodes probably would be.
All the earlier ones, yes.
Mm.
That episode's Kelly smacks Michael too.
Yeah, when she's, you want the cookie?
You want a cookie? It's a
All
good
right.
episode.
So round number 2, last pick of round 2. Myself, to think a little bit. I'm gonna say season number 4, episode 9. Episode 9, local ad. Local ad. That's probably not one of the top ones. I did ask before we aired this. I did ask Keaton if he could tell me. He's watched this a lot. If I just said season this, episode this, if he could tell me which episode it was, but he could not. See how loyal he was. But anyways,
He said-
moving on.
If you say the name, you might know what episode it is.
Okay. Moving on with the local ad. I think this is just recently Dwight and Angela broke up, and Dwight is playing this game, and Jim is kind of starting to feel it for Dwight. So he doesn't really do any pranks. Jim does make his own character in the game, but Dwight literally just makes his own character. He's having so much fun in real life that he's got to make his own character in a video game. The same person, same everything, and the only difference is that he's flying. That's what it says in the episode. But this one's just good. And then Michael's trying. They need an ad for Dunder Mifflin, and they already have an ad for the whole company, and they just literally need 5 seconds of the people in the office just waving, and Michael's like, that's stupid. I'm making my own ad, and different things like that. And another funny quote, they're trying to do the music, and Daryl's playing the piano, and he's like, well, I thought this was going to be rap. I thought this was going to be rap, Daryl. And Daryl's like, what is rap? And he's like, oh, I'll play music. You should know your culture. Very like, probably would not say this at this time and age, but I think this is a very underrated episode. Probably a little reach, but I think it still has some funny moments in it. Moving on, are we ready for round 3, fellas?
Oh, I'm ready.
I'm good.
You guys are giving me all my picks?
So starting round 3, pick number 1, back to Tucker. Let's hear.
All right, I gotta think about this actually.
It is getting tough. It is getting tough here, folks.
I gotta see if I should take this episode before a different one because I think you guys might take it. But
This is a strategic pick. You got to fill out all your positions.
Yeah,
He has a funny. He has a heartwarmer.
All right. Another heartwarmer. We're gonna go back to back here because I think it's
Oh,
gonna
boy.
get
Oh, don't take the. Do not take.
I think this one's gonna
Whoa!
get picked. I'm doing Casino Night, season
Okay.
2.
Dang it. I wanted
Season
that one.
2, episode 22.
I did not think you. I thought about another episode.
But
Casino.
What happens in Casino Night? Give us a quick recap.
all right. So they're doing I think it's a charity event. No?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it is.
No, it is.
Yeah, so they're doing a charity event for the office, and they decide to do a casino night in the warehouse. And Michael invites 2 ladies, his Jan Levinson Gould and what's the other? Carol, the realtor. So he invites them too, and they both come. And then the big part of the episode is Jim and Pam. This is when Jim confesses his love for Pam. And that happens at the end.
Season finale.
Yeah.
This would've-
Oh, yes. And
Don't
yes.
even know what happens.
Oh,
Yeah, it was the season finale. So if you were watching this live, they cut it off right when they kiss. So it's just you gotta wait all that time. It would have been crazy to watch that live.
All right.
Yeah.
Good pick. Round number 3. Pick number 2. We're going back to Keaton.
All right. With the third pick in this round,
Second pick in this round.
second pick. Sorry, I'm gonna go with the Dundies, season 2,
Oh!
episode 1.
Oh,
Oh!
This is the first look at Michael's awards to the office members, as he doesn't think the office members get many rewards in life, so he wants to appreciate his workers and give them Dundies. None of the workers really care about this; they just go along with Michael's plan for this. But
Yeah.
this is
This-
technically the
that
first
episode-
episode.
Oh, good.
This is technically the first episode Pam kisses Jim, but she was drunk,
That's what I was
so
gonna. That's what I was gonna say.
technically
So
it could be a better episode than the season. I'm just saying.
She does only kiss him because she gets drunk at Chili's, though.
I mean, a kiss is
Yeah.
a kiss.
It's true. It's true.
she didn't remember.
Probably not, but
Like
Alright.
or Jim did.
well, duh. All right, let's throw it over to Spencer. Pick number 3 in round 3.
All right. For pick number 3 in the third round, I am going with one of maybe the funniest episodes. Season 2, episode 12, The Injury. In this episode,
Yikes!
Michael grills his foot on the George Foreman grill because he likes waking up to the smell of bacon. He puts it beside his bed, puts the grill on, goes back to sleep, and wakes up to the smell of bacon every morning. In this episode, Dwight rushes to his rescue, crashes his car, and gets a really bad concussion. And then later in the episode, Michael and Jim take Dwight to the hospital, and Michael makes it all about him. And in one of the funniest quotes from the episode, Michael crosses out, "Why did you bring someone to the hospital?" Jim asks him, "What did you write?" And he writes, "Bringing someone to the hospital," even though Michael was filling out the paperwork for Dwight.
Yes, good one. All right, so last pick in this round, round number 3. I think this one is gonna go next round, so I'm gonna have to pick it here. Niagara, season 6, episode 4 and 5. This is a 2-parter. For the 2-parters, we just put it all as one episode. We didn't not gonna put part 1, part 2. But Niagara, I just watched it today. I think if you were watching this live, man, you better had those tissues. Even today, I was crying a little bit. Niagara is the wedding of Jim and Pam, so just the whole anticipation of that wedding. That's nice. We got cops in the background. That's good. But the whole lead up to Jim and Pam, I can put myself into his shoes a lot of times and stuff like that. I really do wish if I ever get married, my wedding is just relax. It's just me and the wife, just having a fun time. These brothers are probably going to do something stupid to make the wedding just like Jim's brothers is. So
You wouldn't do that.
Niagara, a good episode for sure.
For sure.
So moving on, we're going to round 4. We got 2 rounds left. Let's pick it up here, folks. Round number 4, pick number 1. Let's hear it, Tucker.
All right. So I gotta think here again. You guys did not take any of my picks yet, so
So
Probably because they're bad.
So it should be fast.
Let's go.
Yeah, but I gotta think. You guys might take one of these. All right. So here's a funny episode. We're getting rid of the tear jerkers. I'm gonna choose the convict.
Mm.
It's a good one.
Season 3, episode
Season
9.
3, episode
Season
9.
We did tell Tucker to get the season in episodes, and guess
Gotcha.
what?
I got you,
He-
Tucker. I got you.
Tucker did not do that for us, folks. So
I got the episodes, but they're wrong. This
I
one's
get-
right.
explain a little bit, can you quickly?
All right. So the big part of this episode is Michael brings out a character called Prison Mike. And that is one of the funniest scenes in the Office series, so that's why I'm picking the convict.
All right.
Very true.
Round number 4, pick 2. Keaton Woodlicka back on the podium.
With my pick, I would like to select the other Dundee episode, Michael's Last Dundee, season 7, episode 21.
I did not know that.
This episode was the day before, or the episode before Goodbye, Michael. The best part of this was when the whole office sings a song to Michael about how long he's been at the office and how many birthdays and how many minutes he's been in the office. And the first time I watched it, a tear might have been shed, but that was just one of my favorite episodes in the whole series.
I did not know there was more than one Dundee episode. Are there only 2 or how many?
This is, I think this might only be the second time they ever actually showed the Dundies as the main thing. That sound right?
Yeah,
that's
I believe
right.
This
so.
is the one with Will Ferrell as the guest host.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
All right. Moving on. Spencer Woodlicka back on the podium. Round 4, pick number 3.
So a lot of value here in this pick. Just feel like I'm gathering up the value here.
You say that at every pick, but
It's true. This is my number 8 overall rank on my list. The Deposition, season 4, episode 12. This is when Jan and Michael are still dating. This is right before the dinner party happens. Probably a lot of what ensues the anger that Jan has with Michael. Jan is prepping Michael to give his side of why Jan was egregiously fired. And best quote from this episode is the Michael tries to make a "that's what she says" joke, and the I forget what they call them, but the ladies who type down and transcribe what's going on in the courtroom during the deposition. They're all confused. They ask her to read it back. She says, well, the delivery's all wrong.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. It's a good episode.
Yeah. Yes. So let's wrap up round number 4. I have to think a little bit, but I think I'm going with this one. Probably there's not going to be much episodes after Michael leaves, but I think this one is still good. It has some value. Season number 8, episode number 4, The Garden Party. So this episode, the overall view, Andy is the manager now. Andy Bernard, he's the manager, and I think he's only having the garden party to impress Robert California and his parents. His parents had a garden party, and his brother was the only one that sang during his parents' video and things like that. So Andy was very jealous in having this garden party to show his parents how successful and things like that. But the main reason I picked this episode, many pranks that Jim has done on Dwight, but Jim writes a book of how to throw a garden party, and Dwight finds it online, and he thought it was a steal because this was the only book on how to throw a garden party. Final round here. This could decide everything, folks. It's down to crunch time here. picking the good episodes. Let's throw it back over to the first overall pick in round number 5. Tucker, you got the podium.
All right, so for my final episode, I'm going to go with Garage Sale, Season 7, Episode 18. And I picked this episode because this is the episode where Michael proposes to Holly.
What you got to say?
That's all I got.
Okay.
Tucker has gone the tearjerker route of the show. For sure, going storyline heavy.
Yeah. All right. Throwing it over to second pick in round number 5. Keaton, got the podium.
With my final pick, I'm going to go with Scott's Tots, Season 6, Episode 12. This is when Michael promised a bunch of children 10 years before that he will pay for their college when they graduate high school. Him thinking that he'll be a millionaire in 10 years. He'll be able to pay for all these kids' colleges, but that's not the case. And it basically just goes through how the kids are celebrating his story and how they're going to pay for his college, and he's got to break the truth to him about how he's not going to be able to do that.
Yeah.
Good episode. Classic.
Good one.
Classic.
All right. Throwing it over to Spencer, pick number 3 in round 5. You got the podium.
All right. I know you're going to make fun of me, but again, value here with this pick. Another one of my top 10 episodes. This pick, I'm just going to set it up for you. This pick is like picking the electric punt returner for your team. It's not the greatest through and through episode, but it has the best scene, in my personal opinion, of the entire show. It is Season 6, Episode 1. The episode name is Gossip. You will remember it by the cold open, Parkour.
Yes,
This
sir.
episode kicks off the cold open, best cold open in the show, with Michael, Dwight, and Andy practicing parkour and rolling around through the office, kicking doors, playing leapfrog, and Andy eventually jumps from on top of a truck into an empty box and injures himself. This episode, the synopsis of the whole episode, this is when Michael finds out that he finds out some juicy gossip about Stanley possibly having an affair. It turns out to be true, so Michael backtracks and tries to cover up and makes rumors up about everyone in the office until eventually he is caught in his lie. Fortunately for him, this is when we learn, and everyone in the show learns, that Pam is pregnant, and Pam and Jim reveal that to the office to cover up for Stanley.
Yep, that's a good one. All right, so this last pick, probably the best pick out of all the shows, all the episodes. I'm going in between 2 right here. I'm having a little debate in my head right now of which one to do. But I'm going to go with this one. It's probably the wrong choice, but I'm going with the finale. I think the finale's a good episode. I did not write it down. I apologize. I forget which numbers they are. I can look that up.
25, Season 9.
9, 25, and 26.
Yeah.
The only reason I picked it is because Michael comes back. Jim is supposed to be Dwight and Angela are getting married finally, and Jim is supposed to be his best man, Dwight's best man, and Jim makes up this fake role to convince Dwight that he can't be his best man. I forget what he calls it, but he has to be
Best
older.
Mensch.
Yeah, the best mensch. She has to be older than the best mensch, and he's not. And then Michael, I forget Dwight's line, but Michael is there, and he says, "That's what she says." I forget what Dwight says, but
Dwight
Michael
says, "I can't believe you came."
Yeah,
And
I
Michael
can't
says,
believe
that's what she said.
Yeah, so that's the best way. If we were watching it live, I probably cried the first time I watched it.
Yeah.
But watching it live and Michael coming back after just like 3 seasons, I think. Michael coming back, and that's his first line back. It's just a funny one, and when Dwight and Angela, I forget the reason why they have to dig pits. There's a funny reason why they have to dig pits and stuff like that. And the finale is good. So,
Yes.
but should we do honorable mention? Maybe honorable mention that we didn't put up there.
Just an outside list.
Yeah, outside of our list, an honorable mention.
Just one?
Yeah, just one.
Yeah, just do
Just
one.
one.
Throw
Yeah,
out
we
some-
could do one.
My next choice would have been Gay Witch Hunt.
Okay,
That
which
would have
one?
been mine.
That's a good one.
That would have been
I had-
Keaton's.
I had the duel up there where Dwight fights Andy over Angela.
Oh, that's a good one.
I had that
Tucker?
one up there.
I think I'll go with
Quick on
My-
a one.
Goodbye Toby.
Oh, that
That's a
was
good one.
that was the one that I was debating about. So that was the
Yeah.
finale and Goodbye Toby. That's a funny one. Michael finally gets rid of Toby and finds his true love in Holly and things like that. And he's trying to convince Holly that he actually does like Toby, and it's just a funny episode and things like that. So we do appreciate you guys. I know these are a little bit longer. We do love, as you can see, we do love The Office. We talk about it a lot. Like I said, Keaton can quote it. He can talk through it. He's seen it so many times. I don't know how he quotes all these things. I did forget to mention during quarantine, Spencer and Amanda went through different shows, and Office was the one they did a bracket challenge. So they put how many did you explain it, Spencer? Explain it.
It was a March Madness bracket. We did the 64 top. You can find it online if you search the March Madness Office bracket. You can find your own bracket, do it yourself. You watch each episode back to back, pick your favorite. Really fun to do, especially if you've got some time to chill out, watch some Peacock, and enjoy some Office.
Yeah. So if you've never seen The Office, hopefully we gave you some perspective into The Office. We think it's hilarious. Hopefully you guys will think it's hilarious. You can take a screenshot of this, of our bracket. We'll post it on Instagram. So in the description, we have our Instagram, What's Up Then Podcast, all lowercase, no parentheses, just all one word, What's Up Then Podcast. So please go over there, like our Instagram, follow us. Actually do a poll. Maybe put your favorite, if we didn't say your favorite episode here in The Office, maybe you put that in the comments and things like that. But we do appreciate you guys watching this. Like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell. We're going to be coming out with some bangers here soon, and we don't want you guys to miss this. So thank you again for watching this episode. I'm calling it 2.5, episode 2.5. Any final remarks from you guys here?
We bussin'.
The show was
So
busting.
boss.
We busted.
We are busting.
What's up then?